Hello everyone. Today we are going to be doing a repair of some of these fabric snaps, these button snaps, on a very nice suede jacket. This jacket is some American-made company, something you can't buy anymore. It's worth $300 or $400, so it makes sense to repair something like this. And the leather's still in good shape. And the inside snap here is in good shape. The only problem is these little, we'll call them the male ends. They have worn out. And I tried to squish this down to make it fit tighter, but that doesn't work. So what we're going to do is we are going to grind out that end on the inside and these ends on the inside. And then we're going to replace these snaps with new ones. Now, of course, we can't just do this side because the snaps are not, they're not a modular design. There's no standardization of these. So once they go bad, you have to replace all of them. But let's get to that. Grind it out with a Dremel tool, and it looks something like this with a stone bit on the end. So here I've ground down the rivet, and once you grind it a little bit, you just pry on it a tiny bit and it pops off. Here we have these little plastic fabric protectors, and then it's like that. Go on the other side. I'll move that. Put this piece of plastic right there. That way we can reuse that when we put on the new one. And on the other side here, just pry on these tiny bit, and they pop right out. Those are garbage. We'll replace those with new ones. And now to do it on the female side. So I ground it a little bit till I saw some movement. Now let's see if we can pry on this. It's not ready yet. We'll grind a little bit more. I ground it a little bit more and it came right off. So there's that. This, flip it over. We have this button. Flick that off. There, it's ready. Here we're inside for cleanliness. We have the button. We have the large female end. We have smaller male end. Then we have, we'll call this the anvils. This is a hole punch tool. We're not going to have to use this because we're just replacing them. These also come with replaceable tips for different sizes. So here we're going to look at the other side for reference. We'll take this button piece, and it's going to fit through this hole. Perfect. Just like so. And we are going to take one of the large female ends and just push it over that part that's sticking up, just like that. So here we have a, call it the button anvil, and that is a concave shape to accept the convex shape of the button. Here we have it sticking up. We'll hold it tight, and we'll take this tool, and that has a concave shape, and hopefully it pounds that in a circular motion flat. We'll see. So there's that end finished. Squashed over sideways, but that's fine because this is mine. So we are not going to redo that. It is tight, does not spin at all. So let's do the male ends. So this side, I took one, no, not one of those. It was, it was one of these. As you can see there. And on this end, I took one of these, the male end of the snap, those little serrations. And I used this hole punch tool to flare out the end of that rivet, and these came out great. So Really, if you have one of these little tiny hole punch tools, if you use the right size die, you don't even need one of these. This did not work as well. But this is so good in there, I can't twist it, and the real test is whether or not it spins when you try to twist it. That tells you whether or not the fabric's being pinched, and it's in there tight. It's not moving, so that's there to stay. And these came out great. And here's a little demo of the snap. Put them together. Squeeze. Did you hear that? Pull them apart. That works great.